Hi there, Jess. Okay, so this is what I actually was kind of wondering. If perhaps a solid lotus would work better behind the solid dog if we use the right kind of stroke to separate pieces. So I had this lotus kind of as an old file that I had some time ago. I don't know when I built it, but anyway. So I'm going to freeze both of those. Just going to turn those off just so you can see it. Okay, so these are actually just very simple. It's just the petals that I stacked. That's really all it is. They have a solid black fill, and I gave them a stroke. This stroke is a 1-point stroke. Okay, so then let's lock that, turn these back on. So then we have the bottom layer of the dog, and on the bottom layer of the dog, it was what we were using before, but I also added a 4-point stroke, and I gave that stroke rounded caps and corners, and I put the stroke on the outside of the shape. So it gave a much heavier separation between the solid black dog that we're going to put back in a minute and the black flower. Because it really is important that this logo work as a solid black and white object, not just grayscale. So that's why I was kind of wondering if this would be possible. So I'm going to turn that back on, and you can see I think this could work for you. So the flower becomes a secondary object, one because it's in the background, and two because it has these thinner strokes separating the pieces. So I think the dog can stand on its own a bit better now in front of the lotus. Okay, so I think I would suggest that. Now you're very welcome to continue playing with this and just see what you think is best. And either one is perfectly fine. I'm going to send you this file as well. This one will be labeled just for. Okay, so I'll send you both of these. Okay, so I'm going to move that up. And I think at one point you had curved text. Yeah, so it's on this one. Honestly, with so much detail going on with the flower and the dog, I would probably not suggest curved text, even though you did a good job here. I would actually suggest not doing curved text on this. I think it's going to be too complicated. Oh, and you know what? I just saw we need to add the guy's ear back too. So I don't think he has an ear right now. No, we need to add his ear back too. Okay, so I'll do that in a minute. And what else do we have? I think that's it actually. So once we do the text, I think you're going to be in good shape. All right, so okay. So paws and claws, I would probably use all caps on. And I think because you have such a modern look to this, I think it'd be nice to balance that out with a nice serif, kind of more traditional font. You might like Palatino, or there's a whole bunch of options that you can kind of look at. When you're looking for a font, you want to make sure that the thick-thin differences don't make it difficult to scale down. Or if you do, but you really like that font, you can also add like a 0.5 stroke. But you'll need to use some of the techniques that I showed in those advanced demos to make it so that you not only outline your type, but you also consolidate that stroke with the body of the type. I showed those in my advanced technique, so I can do it really quick here, but I just want to make sure that you can duplicate it yourself. So I would probably, it's going to be a little asymmetrical, and that's not a problem, but I just want to think, I think this should probably be lined up between the tail and the feet. So you can actually size it up and down as you wish. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the grid. Makes my life easier for this type of stuff. There it goes. Yeah, see, I actually thought it was smaller. It's actually bigger right now. So you can adjust the size down. And you can also kern it out a little bit. And you just see that's actually kind of right, shockingly enough. Okay. So I'm going to pull that down. I'm going to give it a little bit heavier of a look even. And then Holistic Animal Clinic, I'm going to keep in a sans serif font. One of my favorites, I really like Optima, but one of my favorites recently, and by no means do you have to use it, but I really like Gill Sans. It's a really nice, clean looking font. It's contemporary, but it's not like obnoxious. And just to simplify the look here, I'm not sure I like all lowercase. Yeah, that's going to look better. Okay, so I'm going to put it in small caps, not all caps, but small caps. Very similar, but you know. And I'm going to actually focus on lining these up. The size is about right, so now I just want to make these equal and even. I want to make this text as simple to read as I possibly can, and because it's a more complex illustration, it's even more important that I simplify that text down. Okay, so I got it lined up nicely there. And I do this by hand because if you try and do this with the machine, it never quite gets it right. Never, ever, ever. So I use the grid so that I can judge those distances for myself. Okay, and I'm pretty happy with that there. So this would be my suggestion, is that you use that solid black flower, the solid dog with the white background behind it, serif, traditional font, coupled with a more modern font. Okay, but that is probably where I would go with this. And once again, your text should be on its own layer. And I would normally do the text on 2 different layers, but I'll just simplify it for you for the time being. And I had that lined up with the dog and the tail, didn't I? Sounds right, with the, or rather the foot and the tail. I'll let you make sure that that's lined up correctly, but I think it's probably pretty close. Okay, and I would actually keep it as simple as that. You have a beautiful idea with the downward dog and the lotus. I really like that a lot, and I think this could do very well for someone. All right, then you can start playing with the colors as you wish, but you had some good color ideas already. I lost my swatches. Where'd you go? And I really have been into gray and green lately. It's just such a nice combo. Again, it's a personal taste thing, so you can find your color combos as you like. I will simply show you the one that I like, but you are not obligated to use it. Not quite black. I know that might be too light, but I'll let you play with it and decide what you like color-wise. All right, so I'm going to send you this file as well, and this is Jess 4. Okay, so you're going to have Jess 3 that I already played with, Jess 4. This has my lotus on it. Remember, I have it on the layers over here for Jess 4. Jess 3 is not layered. You do have your original flower here, and on Jess 3, you have all of your original pieces as well. I say that. Now, where are they? Okay, I may have deleted your original pieces on 3. However, they are on 2, and they are on 1. Oh, that's where I put all my pieces. Okay. Anyway. All right, so I hope some of this helps you. Now, I can still Skype with you tomorrow night, but I wanted you to have a chance to see this before I do Skype with you, so that if there's anything specific you want to learn or redo or whatnot, you'll have that opportunity to. If you decide you don't want to Skype, that's perfectly okay too. I know time is busy for everybody, so it's not a big deal. All right, so I'll let you decide for yourself. All right, so I'm going to sign off on this demo as well, and I will post both of these and send these out to you tonight. Okay, have a great day. Bye.